Okay, internet and YouTube land. Update on my Ender 3 printing issues. Originally the problem was first layer, getting gaps in the first layer. Discovered that the filament was stopped, wasn't feeding. It would run and then stop and then run and then stop. It was like skipping for the most part. So what I've done so far is, with the original, this is a new extruder, and it's acting the same, so probably wasn't the extruder. Just real quick, replace the extruder, replace the couplers, both here and here, replace the tube, replace the nozzle. So I replaced just about everything. Even with the original equipment, removing the Bowden tube and the coupler, or even with the coupler on, so no resistance after this point, was able to extrude 100 millimeters, almost dead on, 99, with a E-step setting of 93, and then I increased it to 95 and got 100 millimeters perfectly several times. Added the coupler and the tube, even the original tube, and tried it with this one. And when I measured it at the end of this, of course out of the hot end, extruded 100 millimeters, got it dead on. So the resistance factor is free. I mean, was freer. But once I introduce the hot end, then I start getting resistance. My extrusions went down from 100 to like 80, and then it started skipping again. The first couple of times it did not, it did not start and stop, but now it runs and then it stops, it runs and then it stops. 2 to 3 times within the 100 millimeter span of the feed. So I'm like at a loss. I really don't know what else to try. I'm gonna take a break because I'm about to chuck this thing out the window. Yeah, so if anybody has any suggestions, I mean, I'm even thinking maybe it's the controller board, but then it's putting out the 100 millimeters at the end of this without the nozzle and the hot end being in place. So it is doing its job. It's putting out the 100 millimeters. It just seems that I don't know. The resistance from here, and again I replaced the nozzle, cleaned that all out. It was, I ran the old tube through the whole thing with the nozzle removed and cleaned it all out, and it was clean. It was, no problems. So yeah, that's where I am. I mean, it is improved. It's better. Before I was getting like half. Now I'm getting like maybe 70, 80, more like 80. But it's still stopping during that 100 millimeter extrusion test. And basically, what I'm doing on that test is I heat up the hot end because I need to heat up the hot end, and I go to the control. And I just say 100 millimeters and then extrude, and it extrudes. Can's just there to support this, to keep it from, because I keep pushing it down, or when I was feeding the tube I was pushing it down and just trying to keep it from bottoming out on the hot plate, on the plate, build plate. So okay, that's it. I mean, any suggestions? I need help. So any suggestions, I would appreciate it. Thank you for all your help in advance. Happy printing.